Hello, how are we all doing? Welcome back for another night of football, another watch along, another night of us watching English teams throw it away in Europe. We've seen that many times, haven't we? Nottingham Forest at the Villa Marine in my favourite city in the whole world, Seville. They're playing Real Betis tonight. One of my favourite teams. Betis are brilliant. I love Betis. Love watching Betis. I love the team that they've got at the minute as well. There's some really talented young players in there. I am made up that they got Anthony back just because I thought he was fantastic last year from United. I thought he did absolutely brilliant, Anthony, on loan. And I think he suits the system, that team perfectly. Liam, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. Thank you everyone already for liking and sharing and commenting and all that good stuff. If you can hit the like button, if you can double tap the screen, if you can share, all that makes a massive difference. We are 6 minutes away from kickoff. I will be going through the lineups and everything shortly. So let's have a little look, see what we're dealing with here. Forest lineup is as follows: Matt Sells in goal, Zinchenko at left back, it's Morato, Milenkovic, and Nico Williams at right back. Then it's a midfield three of Sangare, Elliot Anderson, and Douglas Luiz. And then a front three of Gibbs White, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Igor Jesus. Oh, does it... Fucking, I'm going to have to change that. I always forget to do that. I always forget to do it. I'll be back in a sec. Honestly, absolute nightmare. Shelley, how's it going? Nick Nat, good to see you. Ethan, fun facts yesterday was Shea Charles' first goal for Southampton. Was it City that you got him from, by the way? I'm sure it was, wasn't it? Forgive me. Very close to kick-off here. Okay. Let's try again. Nick Nakeloki, I predicted over 0.5 in the first half in Betis. Is it landing? And over 0.5 in Roma first half. Ooh, I would say so, yeah. I've got Roma or draw tonight. Yeah, I've got Roma or draw. If Roma don't win tonight, or if Nice win tonight, I'm gonna have something of a meltdown. So yeah, witness my meltdown live if Roma somehow don't get at least a point in Nice, because I desperately need that tonight for a lot of money. So if that doesn't work out, then I am absolutely raging. Heskey's two sons are on the bench for City. Oh, really? What's he doing giving his sons to City? I know he's not, I know he can't necessarily gift his sons to City, but surely they should be playing for Liverpool. Why are they playing for City? If Emile Heskey's sons are any good, I want them playing for Liverpool. Sam says, watching Newcastle, Bradford and Reese, can't believe we've not got on the best game of 2025, Key. Port Vale, come on the Vale. What we saying? Nick Nack, no Woodsy. Yeah, no Chris Woods up front for Forest tonight. They've gone for Igor Jesus. Ange Postecoglou does like a little bit more of a mobile striker though, doesn't he? I feel like Chris Wood, he's getting on. I don't know, maybe he's asking for a little bit more out of his centre forwards in terms of agility, dynamism, tenacity. Maybe he's needing a little bit more from his players up front, and I think that's possibly what we're going to see from Igor Jesus anyway. He's a good player. Right, Midtjylland have already won 2-0 against Sturm Graz, by the way. I'll keep you updated on all the other games across the Europa League and across the League Cup tonight. No goals in the opening 15 minutes in the game against Huddersfield for Manchester City. No goals in Newcastle Bradford. And no goals. There is a goal. Tottenham have scored against Doncaster. 14 minutes in, Tottenham are 1-0 up. Who is it who scored it? Palhinha. João Palhinha putting Spurs in front. There you go. Spurs have taken the lead. That's the first goal of the night as far as we're concerned. There is a game in La Liga tonight as well, isn't there? Atletico, well, there's a few games actually. Getafe have already drawn with Alaves. Real Sociedad Mallorca kicks off at 8:30, as does Atletico Madrid, Rayo Vallecano. So we'll be watching out for those. But elsewhere in Spain tonight, we're here at the Villamarín. Betis against Nottingham Forest. I think that perhaps you're betting too much, Key. I bet as often as I watch games of football. But I do, honestly, I swear, some hand on heart, I genuinely put a couple of quid on each time. And I usually end up playing with their money. If I've had a loss in a particular month, it's not a good month. But generally, I'm playing with their money. So it's all good. But I appreciate the concern. If ever I get to a point where I'm, selling a kidney so I can stake an acca on, Betis over 5 goals or something like that, then, or 0.5 goals. Christ, if I'm selling a kidney for over 5 goals, then something's not right at all, is it? Prediction for Sociedad v Mallorca relegation derby. Sociedad have not started well, have they? I think Mallorca can get a point there, Yeah, I think they can get a point. Right. Everything else has kicked off. Right, let me catch up with everything on TikTok. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Anthony, looking sharp. Can he manage to get a goal tonight? The switching ends. Pup, evening sir. Have you on the laptop and Septic on the big telly? Hope Forest can put up a fight here. Well, lovely to have your company as always. Pup. Good save Ramsdale, says Sam Newcastle. And hello Key, how are you, mate? I'm good, mate, thank you. How are you? And Marion, how's it going? Good to see you. Dylan, good to see you too. The Assassin, nice shirt collection. Cheers, man. I've got plenty more, but this is kind of, well, it's not even the extent of my Liverpool collection. I've got a lot more Liverpool shirts as well. Got a Luis Garcia one just here to my left. Newcastle 1, Bradford City 0. Who scored for Newcastle? Be yourself, Dylan. Club Bruges losing 1-0. SLS 16, where can I find your predictions for today? I don't know if you can actually see the predictions for today, but you can join my Telegram. If you want to join my Telegram where we talk football hackers and football accumulators, I've only set it up like yesterday, so you can absolutely go and join it. It's on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, you click in the link in the description is there. You can go and check it out. You can go and see. Tottenham are 2-0 up against Doncaster, and we're off here at the Villamarín. Let's see. Can Forest do something tonight? Right, where are we up to? 21 seconds on the clock, is that? 24, 25? There you go. Ish. That looks about right. Okay, right, now I need to sync that up with that. Oh, it's such a pain in the arse, this bit. Huddersfield 0, Man City 1, Foden scored. Alright, there you go. That feels about right, I think. Is that about right? Newcastle 2, Bradford 0. Dylan going to Centre Parks this weekend. I can't say I've ever been, you know. Lisha, that Diego Gomez is someone to look out for, by the way, Key. He looks like a right footballer. I mean, he got 4 against Barnsley last night, and they were all very high-quality goals, but needs to do it regularly at the top level, doesn't he, before you start getting excited. Too excited. Ollie, are you doing the cup draw after this? I will be, yes. I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to the cup draw. So, of course, we'll be doing the cup draw as well. 3-star Reds, football's coming on. 30 years of hurt, never stop believing. Forest fan, very, very happy to see Forest back in Europe and on telly. Long time since they've seen that. I'm watching The Traitors Celebrity. It said Wednesday 8 PM, I thought, but it doesn't start till October. The Traitors. I've never seen that. Gibbs White has been booked. Be yourself, Dylan. Arsenal letting the light down. Can't score against Port Vale. The shocking. Swifty, come on, Betis, do the business. Chills plays, shows the TV. Yeah, no problem, mate. What you have to do is you have to subscribe. If you click follow up there and you tap the screen 102 times, exactly 102, the telly comes on. So if you just do that for me, telly will be on your screen, no problem, mate. Just do that for me first, and it'll pop up. Good lad. Liam Manning, who do you think Man U will get? Same as Leeds, I'm guessing. United, Everton, Leeds, they'll all be getting the same team, I think. Was it Asula who scored for Newcastle? Interesting. Nick Nack Pauline is playing centre-back by the looks of it tonight. This is not Betis' home stadium, is it not? I thought we were playing at the... Is it not at the Villa Marine? Why are they not playing there? Oh, this is shocking if it's not. It's not. It's at the Estadio de la Cartuja in Sevilla. Why is it there? Why is it there? I didn't even know this stadium existed in Seville. What is this stadium? It's the... Oh, it's the National Stadium, innit? It's literally the National Stadium. I'm sure this is where... It's the largest stadium in Andalusia, the 3rd largest in Spain, behind the Camp Nou and the Bernabeu. The Cartuja in Spain. Do you know what? I'm sure that's where England played Spain, isn't it? Not that long ago. Although that might have actually been at the Sanchez Pizjuan. I've been to the Sanchez Pizjuan. I've been to the Villarreal, but I've never been to the Cartuja. Even though I've been to Andalusia absolutely loads of times. Not bragging, like, you know. Right, Osula and Joe Linton for Newcastle it was. D28, there's renovation going on at their stadium, that's why. Ah, I see. Sam Newcastle, Toon Army. Yeah, it seems to have been filled up very well. 70,000 seater stadium, so... Yeah, quite a bit bigger than the Villa Marine. Swifty says, funny that United have the same points as City and more than Newcastle, yet Amorim is under pressure. Eze goal for Arsenal. Eze scored his first for Arsenal. That'll be a big one for him. Especially given the injury to Madueke this week. Isaac defending our title. Newcastle fans getting very excited. Hope your player gets his injury better. Oh, thank you very much. To be honest, I think it's going to be his season over, if I'm dead honest. I'm sure he'll recover. He's an absolute unit. He's a big lad. I'm sure he will recover just fine. But probably season over for Giovanni Leone, sadly. Wonderful player. Nick Nack says, can see all the Prem teams winning in the Cup tonight fairly comfortably. Whew. Betis very nearly pressing Forest into a mistake there. Yeah, I think they will. I can't see... I mean, we've already seen Spurs are 2-0 up. Arsenal 1-0 up. City 1-0 up. Newcastle 2-0 up. So, it was never going to be anything other than that, I imagine. Liam, that Liverpool new lad, out for several months. I think it'll be... apparently he's torn his ACL. Now, if you've tore your ACL, then it usually involves reconstruction surgery. Obviously, we don't know how severe it is, and there's grades and all this stuff, but if he has, then he probably needs to have surgery. A torn ACL, generally, as a general rule of thumb, maybe he got lucky and he doesn't, but as a general rule of thumb, if you've tore your ACL, you need reconstructive surgery, and reconstructive surgery is usually 9 to 12 months of recovery. So I would be absolutely amazed, and I mean amazed, if that guy is back before the end of the season. Absolutely. In fact, I'd be amazed if he's back for the start of next season. As in playing, and competing in the team. I think it might be one of them where it's just good to get him back on grass. If we get him back on grass and able to run without pain and he gets full movement back and he can turn sharply and all these things that matter when you're thinking about knees and tendons and all that stuff, it becomes quite, a long-term thing, sadly. Yeah, Giovanni Leone it is. It's our Italian centre-back. We signed him. He's only 18, and that was his debut last night. He played really, really well. And, he very late, innocuous tackle late in the game. Just it wasn't anything, really. He won the ball. It was he just slid in and landed awkwardly and ended up off the pitch. He ended up getting stretchered off and down the tunnel, which... So, very sad. Very, very sad. You just got to hope that he's able to ride it out and get back to his best. Liam, watching the Forest game now. Other games are pretty much done. I can't see any world where the other teams don't win tonight. Forest, that's really good play by Igor Jesus. Wonderful play, actually. Here's Gibbs-White. Malmo losing 1-0 to Ludogorets, and Isaac says that's what happened to Sven Botman. He's had knee problems since that happened. To be honest, there's different grades and all that sort of stuff. There's players like Van Dijk and Chiesa, of course, and various others within that Liverpool squad who've had massive, massive knee injuries and come back from it and been... Van Dijk, many would say Van Dijk is the best defender in the world right now, and he had basically a year out with the same sort of injury. So, and do you know what the mad thing is? The mad thing is that Leone got stretchered off. Van Dijk walked off the pitch, and still had the best part of a year out. Crazy. So it's mad. It's mad how these things happen with injuries like that. But hopefully he's able to recover. Never nice when anyone gets injured for that long a time. But I know what you're saying. It can cause repercussions and stuff if you're not careful, if you're rushed back and you don't quite get the right treatment, or take it slow. Well, Anthony's not had a great start to this game. He's falling over every time he's got the ball. Here's Forest coming forward. Forest have looked confident, I'll say that. Very, very confident. Liam, how are you feeling today, key lad? I'm alright, mate. How are you feeling? More importantly, I'm okay. What have I done today, actually? I'm trying to think what I've been doing. I feel like I've just been running errands today. Ferrying people around, putting fuel in the car, and then going getting some shopping, and then came home, made tea. Just stuff like that. Just went and picked my little girl up from school. All that stuff. Did actually manage to get a little bit of work done today, in fairness. Liam Manning, great to hear, Paul. So, every day is a new day. Exactly that. Every day is a new day. And try and do something positive to make it 1% better than yesterday. That's all you can do. I'm really, really trying at the minute to build in some more, like actually getting out and that sounds ridiculous. Not like getting out. I'm not a hermit. I'm not an agoraphobe or anything like that. I mean getting out as in like I'm gonna wake up in the morning, take my little girl to school, and then I'm gonna come back, and rather than like get straight on the laptop and start working, I'm gonna go and take like an hour and a half and go and have a run or go and have a walk or go and do something like that. Because normally what I do, like I have been doing it, but I've been guilty of maybe just going like take the dog for a walk around the block for 10-15 minutes, stuff like that. Motivation with key, and honestly, I'm genuinely thinking of just. I don't know if you know who Stephen Howson is, but I love the stuff that he does. Even though he's a United fan, he's a mank, and we don't agree on a lot. But I quite like that he just kind of takes his phone and just walks and goes on a walk and just does a little chat about shite. And it might be a completely different type of channel to this, but I'd love to do something like that. 2 filling replacements at the dentist, 470 quid. Bloody hell. Do you know what? I got a text from the dentist the other day. Time for your checkup, your appointment. I've not been for it's about 6 months, isn't it? Every 6 months or so. Oh no, I went a little bit. So I think I've actually went about 3 or 4 months ago. When was it I last went? About June, July. Yeah, well, either way, I got a notification saying I need to go again. So they're after some more money from me, no doubt. Liam Manning, Firpo's playing. Nice one. Yeah, Firpo, ex-Leeds, isn't he? Was it free transfer you ended up selling him on? Nick Nack went home, made tea. You sound like Postman Pat. I am, basically. I went and picked my mum up from work. Came back. I mean, this is the closest thing I've got to a day off today. Went to pick my mum up from work. Went shopping because she wanted to go shopping. Got a big shopping for her. Came back. Decided, do you know what I thought? I'll make some tea. I'll make my dad some tea while my mum's doing whatever she's doing, gardening or whatever. I'll make my dad some tea. So when he gets in from work, he's got a nice beef stew, a nice hot pot. So that's what we did. I say we. I did. So that's what we've had for tea tonight. I had a bowl for that before I went home and... Well, before I went and picked my little girl up. So that was nice. Bakambu, Betis in behind. He's dragged it too far wide. Jamie, I've subbed to your YouTube, mate. Can't seem to find the link for the Telegram. It's in the description. So if you go to the description on YouTube, so if you go to YouTube now, Betis are in. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. There you go. Real Betis sticking it away. Who's that? Is it Bakambu? It is. Cedric Bakambu sticks it away. Forest. It's not been a great start for Betis. I thought Forest have started actually quite confidently. There might be a check possibly here because it's a long straight ball over the top. The initial ball, he's maybe a fraction offside here, Bakambu. But they recycle it very quickly, Betis. It comes out to Anthony on this right-hand side. And he plays it in. It's a lovely little pass and a great finish. Should we expect Matt Sells to do better here? Am I being overly harsh? Or do we expect Matt Sells to do a bit better? Because I think he's got to save that, you know. There's a check. I think there might be a check here. Referee's just having a quick check. This could be going to VAR and getting ruled out. Gibbs White's going like that to the ref. I don't know if he's telling him something else or if he's telling him that, you know, it might just be a tight one, this. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Goal check. Bakambu. Looked very, very tight, I've got to say. Could be offside, this. Long goal check. Ange Postecoglou's glancing at the ref, staring at him intently. Could get ruled out, this one. Goal given. Goal given. Betis 1, Forest 0. Check over. Chimey, finally took your advice, took a day off from work, finally managed to redecorate my apartment to look like a strip club. Thanks for the advice, Key. I don't remember ever advising you to decorate your apartment like a strip club. Did I tell you to do that at some point? I might have done. I may have lost track of time, and I may have actually said, make sure you get a neon light up, a neon sign up. Well, I don't know what strip clubs look like inside. I wouldn't have a clue. Of course. But, you know, I'm guessing that's what they look like. And great to hear that's how you've decorated your internal apartment. Shelley, how's it going? Good to see you. What we saying, Shelley? Hope you had a nice day off. Right, sorry, we was just saying about me come on, where is it? Right, Jamie, I don't know if you're still around in the chat because you was just asking about it. But if you go to YouTube and then you click on where it says more, like literally right underneath the video, the description of the video, it says join my private Telegram, and you've got the link right there. So you can literally just click the link or paste the link into your browser. But it is all, if you want to go and check it, it's up to you. Weren't the keeper's fault that, but tight is all right. I don't know, mate. He gets done at his near post there, Sells. Don't know if you're getting keepers done at the near post. Elliot Anderson, good play. Out to the door. Here's Nico Williams. Great ball in. Must be 1-1. What a goal that is for Forest. Is he onside? You bet he is. Igor Jesus. That is an absolutely sensational bit of football by Forest. And what a goal to return them to European football. Not Gabriel Jesus. Igor Jesus, let's say. With a lovely goal. Another tap-in. All this fella does is seem to score tap-ins, but they're always incredible team goals. So his movement in the box, absolutely brilliant. And I think, I mean, there's not going to be a check on this one. This one's dead straightforward. But Betis 1, Forest 1. Great start to this game. Couple of really, really good bits of play there around the edge of the box by Forest. Ball gets played out by Hudson-Odoi. Into Williams. Oh, again, this one might be tight. Oh, are they going to check this one? I hope this one gets... I don't want this one disallowed because I really like that goal. That was a really good goal. Deserve that, Forest. They worked it really, really nicely. And it wasn't Nico Williams, actually. It was Gibbs White who put the cross in. And simple tap-in, really. And a goal's given. There you go. That's what we wanted. That is what we wanted. Forest... back on level terms. We're barely 20 minutes in here. And Forest back level. Jamie, how's it going? I'm on YouTube now, mate. Sorted. Good man. Good to see you. Well, listen, I've not put too much in there tonight, I don't think. I think Ben might have put something in. But going forward, we'll start to build that up. So, yeah, it'd be good to have you in there. Gios, how's it going? Gios. 3-star Reds, not the start I wanted, but we go again. Dynamo Zagreb 1, Fenerbahce 0. That's a bit of a kick in the balls, isn't it? I was expecting Fenerbahce to step up there. I know it's a difficult place to go, Zagreb, but I was kind of hoping that, yeah, Fenerbahce would maybe do something, do some bits. Club Brugge as well, letting everyone down today. Let's remember that. Club Brugge currently 2-1 down. Have you heard about this, by the way? Club Brugge losing FM No Casuals. Yeah, I've just seen it, mate. That I'm telling you, it's. I've broke our cardinal sin. Broke our cardinal sin. What did I say the other day? Stop backing the fucking Belgian league. And what have I done? I've gone and done it again, haven't I? I've gone and done it again like an absolute fool. I've stupidly backed the Belgian league. So annoying. I've got Roma, Fenerbahce, Forest. Yeah, I'm supporting Forest tonight because I need Forest or draw and I need Roma or draw. But bizarrely, I've got Club Brugge on there as well. So if Club Brugge and Fenerbahce lose, then I'm all bets down. There you go. Forest down the left-hand side now. Good play there. Igor Jesus, he looks like a find him, doesn't he? Malmo are 2-0 down. FM No Casuals are still time key. Sorry, I backed them too. However, need Atletico on one acca for a win. Yeah, I've got Atletico or draw against Mallorca. Corner to Forest. Come on, Forest. Come on, Forest. Anthony falling everywhere. That's what he does. Malmo are pants as well, to be fair. I've not stayed away from Malmo. Mark, Celtic predictions. Celtic. Again, I'll be honest. I looked at Celtic and a little bit like Fenerbahce and Dynamo Zagreb, to be honest. I looked at it and thought, they should be alright for a point there. But it's a tough place to go. Forest with the header! It's 2-1! It's Igor Jesus again. He's done it again. And he's becoming some signing for Forest. What a goal. It's a simple corner, but a great header. Absolutely brilliant. And Dynamo Zagreb won. Fenerbahce won. Get in there. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Yes. Love it. Love it. This is brilliant stuff, that from Igor Jesus. 2 goals tonight for him. Great ball in, and he just finds himself a little bit of space. Smack bang in the middle of the goal, 6 yards out, heads it down, keeper no chance. And that's it. That's brilliant from Forest. Well done, ghosted in there. And he's done really, really well. Mark Russell Davis, draw for them away there, I think. I thought so too, yeah. But Red Star, you know, they're a team that can hurt you. We've seen Celtic struggle away in Eastern Europe with, you know, Kairat Almaty not that long ago. So it really wouldn't surprise. Mark Russell Davis, this is Angie's new comp. They're really, really starting to pick up some form. Again, Forest, they'll be a tough team to... Oh, do you know what? That's brilliant. Look at that. Everything is going well here now, and I'll be waiting tomorrow on Villa and Lyon. Assuming Roma don't lose tonight now, I'm literally just waiting on Villa and Lyon. Mark says Ange's honestly a great manager. I like Ange. Yeah, I'm one of the few people who seem to every time someone talks to me, I'm like, he's shocking. He's awful. I really like him. 3-star Reds, thank you very much, Mr. Texter. And Knick-Knack Forest, too strong for him. Looks like picking Jesus. What are we saying? Looks like picking Jesus over Woods has been vindicated. Wood will not start again now. I can't see any world. Oh, he might be on a red here, Igor Jesus. Definitely a yellow. Definitely a yellow. That's the only problem that with having the South American flair up front is you get the flair, you get the wonderful technical ability and the game intelligence and all that. You just get that little bit of a Latin fiery hotness to it. The Suarez mentality, as we called it at Liverpool. Look at the state of that. That's a shocking tackle. It's an absolutely shocking tackle. Really, really. And Zinchenko's having a word with him there. Just saying, for the love of God, stay on the pitch. What are you doing? Natan, the Betis defender there, is going to the ref. Come on, have a look at that again. You go and have a look at that. Because Igor Jesus very, very nearly has scored 2 and been sent off in the opening 25 minutes. It wouldn't if he had been sent off for that. I'm not saying that he should, but I'm saying if he had, I don't think he could have had too many complaints. That's a bad tackle. It's an orange tackle, as you said there, Nick Nack. I agree. That's it. An orange tackle. Red would be harsh, but yellow seems soft. Bang on the money. Isaac, I don't know much about Igor Jesus. Can you tell me more if you don't mind, Key? He played for Botafogo in the FIFA Club World Cup. Botafogo, we know, is a team that Forest have some sort of an indirect connection with because of John Textor and Ange Postecoglou. Because of Marinakis' relationship with John Textor. Betis are in here at the other end. Good defending by Forest. Really good. Yeah, so there is a connection between Botafogo and Forest. They have signed a lot of players, Forest, from Botafogo recently. We don't know if there's a particular reason behind that. Maybe money changing hands, and I don't know. But anyway, the point being, Igor Jesus is a very talented player from Botafogo. Forest have managed to secure him via their relationship with John Textor. He's come in and actually started really, really well. It's a good bit of... It could just be happenstance. It could just be a coincidence. It could just be one of them things where they've signed a boatload of players from a particular team because it helps them, and great. Or it could actually be great, great scouting. I'm maybe a little bit cynical. I think the fact that Forest have signed 3 or 4 players from Botafogo, plus, you know, they've started dealing with Leon more frequently, which is another John Textor team. That feels a little bit like we're trying to just balance things in our favour. And it's less about great scouting. It's probably more about how can we get things on an even keel. But he is a very, very talented player. We saw a little bit of him in the Club World Cup, and inevitably he's converted his talent into the English game, European football. Scored in midweek against Swansea, a wonderful goal at Swansea. I think that was his Forest debut, was it? 3-star Reg, you might have to correct me, but he did start really, really well, I thought, in that one. Scored a great goal. Here's Betis. Freiburg 1-0 up against Basel. Osterhager with the goal. Liam Manning, bloody hell. I took my son to bed, then Forest winning. Sam Key, is there a Carabao Cup draw tonight? There is indeed. I think at full time in the Arsenal game it's being broadcast. So 8:45, 9 o'clock, 9:45. About 10 o'clock it'll be on. So yeah, 10 o'clock tonight we'll do the draw. So as soon as this one's finished, basically, we'll switch over to Sky Sports, I think it is, and we'll do the draw. This is getting feisty now. How many will be left on the pitch at this rate? We've seen a couple of yellow cards, haven't we? And yeah, Nathan, the Betis centre-back, having a bit of a whinge. There's definitely some late tackles going in from both sides. Sign a bunch and hope one's half decent. Well, yeah, that is basically how... To be honest, that having worked in recruitment, that is very much how most companies' recruitment policy is. There's no real... Let's just, sign 3 or 4, throw enough shit at the wall, see what sticks. Would you support a rugby-style sin bin introduced in football? Would I support it? Yeah, absolutely I would. Yeah, I think that'd be a really smart idea, actually. Imagine that, where a player gets an orange card, for example, and they get a 10-minute sin bin. That would massively influence games, especially in games like tonight, where, let's say it was Port Vale against Arsenal, or maybe a better example, Lincoln against Chelsea last night, right? Lincoln battered Chelsea and somehow still went out of that competition, apparently. But Lincoln... 2-1 they lost to Chelsea. I think they took the lead, am I right in saying? Either way, imagine a scenario where Chelsea had... Forest. Imagine a scenario where Chelsea had got an orange card and lost a player for 10 minutes. And for that 10 minutes, Lincoln have got an advantage. Elliot Anderson. Oh, unbelievable. Nearly 3-1 Forest. Forest applying a lot of pressure here. This is wonderful play. Great play by Zinchenko. Down the left-hand side. Great play by Forest. Oh, it's going to be a corner. Brilliant play, that. Liam, what do you think about in general getting booked for tops off and celebrating with your fans? I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, look, we've talked about getting women into the game. You want more women watching the game. And, you know, if a fella, you know, a prime peak athlete at his physical peak fitness, whatever, taking his top off, gets more women to the game. Christ, David Ginola, whenever David Ginola was playing, they used to, and Bex, you know, ticket sales amongst females went straight through the roof. So, why not? I don't understand what the what's the issue with taking your shirt off. Forest, oh, must be off the line. Forest should be 3-1 up here. Minimum 3-1. Oh, it's so unlucky. FM No Casuals, reality is we can debate it all we want. It's the sponsors that talk. There's not really enough. Do you know what the thing is? You say the sponsors, it is the sponsors, but that will only matter, I think, once they start to see viewing figures dwindle. And viewing figures will never dwindle in football. Forest chance. Oh, and again over the line. This is absolutely unreal. How are Forest not 3 or 4 up here? They have battered these. It's going to be another corner. Oh my God. This is absolutely unbelievable. Forest. How have they stayed? How are the only one in front here? This is shocking. Isaac, reckon you would get more lady tickets than Ginola. You are joking me. Nick Knack, feel sorry for Woods, even had him in my FPL at the start of the season. Yeah, good player Woods, but I just feel like he's had his day in the sun a little bit. I think he probably ends up moving on at the end of the year. Maybe to somewhere like, maybe back to a Burnley or to a Leeds or, you know, someone down that bottom end of the table. Everton, someone like that. Someone like Everton. Sorry, Shelley. Liam Manning, I think you should be able to celebrate with your fans without getting booked. It's passionate. Well, do you know what? It's the same, isn't it? I don't know if that's what you've mentioned as well, but running into the audience, running into the crowd is also a yellow card. It's deemed ungentlemanly conduct. So if you go and you run into the crowd. If you go and run into the crowd, that's a yellow card. If you do so and take your shirt off, then in theory you get sent off. 2 yellows. Forest down the right-hand side. Big chance. Again. Sweet Lord. Our Forest still... I don't know how Betis is still in this. Betis should be 5 down here. Not even kidding. Should be 5 down. Reece, Port Vale haven't left third half for 35 minutes. Best team in the world, Arsenal, aren't they? If they can do that to a team like Port Vale... Unbelievable. Liam Manning, apparently it's provoking the other set of fans and team. I know, but yeah, but that was never the case when you used to see... I mean, how many times have we seen players celebrate on the pitch in front of the opposition fans? Like, I'm not talking like Adebayor levels, that was bad. But Adebayor did that. You know, Suarez went and jumped in front of the manager and sort of... There's been lots... you know, how many... Trent standing in front of the City fans and doing that. Like, how many times do we see players going like that to the away fans or whatever? Like, it feels like it happens every other week. So if we're having the line drawn as it provokes the away fans, then anything is really. 3-star Reds, is that Jesus you are talking about? Key for his brace he got against Swansea, being impressed. Wood will not start again. Oh, it was 2 he got against Swansea. Actually, we got 2 against Swansea, 2 tonight. Yeah, I can't see Wood starting then. Get a third, I say, and take Jesus and Gibbs White off. No chance. How are Betis this bad? Do you think Betis are really... I don't think they're bad. I just feel they've started the game really poorly in the defensive areas. The attack's actually doing quite well. Just as the attack gives it away. And that's a foul to Forest. Nice and easy. To be honest, Saints could do with a Chris Woods up front. That's, yeah, very true. Could do with it. I mean, to be honest, you just need someone... the bit more physicality, because the lads you've got up front at the minute are on the smaller side, aren't they? Shit stirring again, Key. Oi, shut up, you melt. Hey, here he is. Here he is. Liam Manning, think they should scrap it now, not just because of Ekitike last night, though, which was stupid. Ekitike absolutely was a fool. Fool. I have no sympathy for him getting sent off. Reece, hang on, Key. Your fans were saying Isak's goal was elite. It was a tap-in from 8 yards out. It was elite. Thank you for the gift. Cheers for that, Caustic. Thank you. Appreciate that. Knick-knack, they don't have the physicality to compete. Well, they don't... I feel like the idea with Russell Martin, which is a little bit harsh now, but Russell Martin wanted Southampton to invite teams onto them and then, sort of beat the press and go over the top. That's why, maybe players like Armstrong and then Sulemana and who was the other lad who did really... I mean, Tyler Diblin to a degree, but what was the other fellas? Was it Sulemana, the one who did really well at Old Trafford? Sure it was, wasn't it? Oh, Elliot Anderson, some player. I'd love him at Liverpool. Did you hear the news today about Adam Wharton, by the way? Adam Wharton, apparently there was a meeting today between Bayern Munich, or a meeting yesterday between Bayern Munich and Adam Wharton's agent in Manchester. And Adam Wharton's agent basically has thanked Bayern for their interest, but he's not interested in moving to Germany. He's already got an agreement with another Premier League club for the end of the season. There's no knowing who that Premier League club is, but the only teams that could make him change his mind is Real Madrid or Barcelona. So Wharton could go to Spain if either of those clubs show an interest, but according to Bayern Space, or whatever they're called, who got pretty much everything bang on the money with the Florian Wirtz thing, they've said that Adam Wharton has already got an agreement with another Premier League team for the end of the year. Please, please. Your reaction to Ekitike. Honestly, I was so good. I've never ever reacted to a Liverpool goal like that. Never known Liverpool to cause me to be so annoyed within seconds of us scoring. I was raging. Russell Martin is a fraud, didn't have a clue, and Wharton went to a college near me. Any chance you can get him to sign for Liverpool? Reece Gay to Madrid. If he does go, I can't see it. Why would Gay go to Madrid if Canate is also going to Madrid? Imagine Canate, Gay, Hyson, and they've got, Eder Militao, and there's no way that it's not Gay and Canate to Madrid. If Gay goes to Madrid, it's because Canate signed a new deal with us. If Canate goes to Madrid, it's because Gay's come to us. So I'm not really worried about that. There's no world in which Real Madrid get both Gay and Canate. Clips HQ, Wharton's already a United player. Can't see it. Adam Wharton going to Manchester United is ridiculous. How is this a penalty check? He's given a penalty to Betis. Oh, he's not give a penalty. Oh my God. I was looking at that and thinking, where has that penalty check come from? That's madness. Thank God he didn't give that, because... Crazy. Liam, Gravenberch signing a new deal as well, so that's good for you. Yeah, listen, Gravenberch's probably the most important player at Liverpool at the moment. If there was one player... If someone said to me, you can guarantee that one player will not leave Liverpool, who would it be? It'd be Ryan Gravenberch. Probably after him, it would be Ekitike. Yeah, maybe. No, Wirtz. It'd be Gravenberch, Wirtz. Maybe then Ekitike. Clips HQ, Elliot Anderson's unbelievable, by the way. He's sensational. Absolutely sensational. 2-1 up, but Forest have actually been a bit wasteful. Should be 3 or 4 by now. They've been a little bit unlucky. I'm not sure. Wasteful's probably harsh. But they've definitely been unlucky. They should be certainly more than 1 up. And if they leave here tonight without anything... If they leave here tonight without 3 points... Oh, you'd be fuming, wouldn't you, if you were Ange Postecoglou? Because they have battered these. That Betis back line. Yeah, mate, they've been all over the place, haven't they? But the Betis attack, meanwhile, has caused Forest some problems. Let's not forget that. They have still got some players on the bench they can bring on as well that could hurt Forest. Pablo Fornals, ex-West Ham, is on the bench as well. Don't forget. Club Bruges 3-2 against Westerlo. Get in there. Firpo's fault for the second goal for me. I mean, Firpo's a little bit all over the place. Callum the Copite, Rudiger has finished, to be honest. And 3-star Reds, we have to finish these chances. Exciting football is great, but it means nothing if the rewards from clear-cut chances being missed cost us. HSH, this is Ange Ball though. When good, it beats anyone. When it's bad, they lose to National League teams. I like Ange. I really like Ange. I just wish he would maybe be a little bit more pragmatic sometimes once he actually gets in front in games. Because too often, that is Ange's problem, innit? Too often, they get in front and then continue to attack relentlessly and leave gaps. And that's what teams then exploit. It's like they keep playing as if they're in front. Or keep playing as if they're chasing a goal, rather. Betis with the ball in. Cleared away just about by Morato. Where's Murillo tonight? I put Murillo on the thumbnail thinking he'd be starting, but no Murillo tonight. That's annoying. Atletico Madrid 1. Rayo Vallecano 0. An almost full-strength Arsenal have only had 2 shots on target v Port Vale. Now, one of them's in the net, so that's the main thing, I guess. Liam Manning, liking watching Bielsa's headless football at Leeds. You score 4, we score 5. The early days of Klopp were a little bit like that as well. And Brendan Rodgers to a degree. Brendan Rodgers probably more so. Problem with Brendan Rodgers was he signed too many duds. Reece, too often he says he always wins in his second season but gets the sack instead. And nobody does. He wins. He does win things. You can't fault him. He's created a greater European pedigree at Spurs than Arsenal have managed in, my entire lifetime. So, give him some credit. Here's Bakambu. Oh, he's done Morato there. And Forest just about wiggle away. Callum Key, a 1-2 game Saturday coming up. Here's Forest on the counter. Yeah, I'm going to be watching Palace at 3 o'clock on Saturday, so we'll see how that gets on. But the early game is Brentford and Man United. That's a foul. That's a yellow. Who is that? Nathan, is it? Yeah, Nathan. Somehow gets a yellow card for that. The Lustglad, what sports app do you use? What sports app? I don't know what you mean. I don't really... Sports app? For what? For news? I don't really use a sports app for news. I don't know what we mean. Nick Knack, 5 shots in total for Arsenal. Seems a bit lame considering the opposition. Don't tempt fate. They'll stick 3 or 4 past them. Ben, can't believe there's no goals in the Celtic game. Stay away from Celtic. Celtic and Rangers at the minute, you might as well not even back. And Callum, leg you everywhere, Key. Bladder you if we don't win Saturday. Lads, you're not going to do anything. Nick Knack, Arsenal would have won that Europa League if they were in it. Well, you could say that. You could say that, but then again, they're not in it. Are you doing United and Brentford? I am indeed, yeah. I'll be live for United and Brentford. And Liam Manning, do you think Chiesa is the best Italian to play for Liverpool? Not hard, really. How many Italians have actually played for Liverpool? We had Gabriel Paletta, who was Argentinian when he played for Liverpool, but ended up becoming Italian later in his career. Played for Italy's national team, so make of that what you will. But he was Argentinian when he signed for us. We had Daniel Padelli, the goalkeeper. We had Aquilani. We had Balotelli. We had Fabio Barini. Any other Italians that I've missed? We haven't had too many Italians, I've got to say. Daniel Padelli was an on-loan goalkeeper who had an absolutely shocking debut for us. Half-time here in Seville. Probably Aquilani. Yeah, probably Aquilani. I feel like Aquilani was, at the very least, a good player. He was just always injured. Just always injured. Might have to be a cash out. Liam Manning, Aquilani was as bad as Hargreaves. Yeah, to be honest, Aquilani was just never a good idea. Barini wasn't a bad attacker. Probably the best of a bad bunch. I'm trying to think of actual Italians who had good moments for us. Nah, it is Chiesa. It is Chiesa. He is the best. There was only really those that I can remember. Dossena as well. Do you know what? Andrea Dossena. No, it would be Andrea Dossena. As bad as he was, Andrea Dossena has had more legendary moments in a Liverpool shirt than Federico Chiesa. The goal against United at Old Trafford will live long in the memory, and then the goal against Real Madrid at Anfield. He only scored 2 for us. Club Bruges 3-3. I know I've got Bruges or draw and under 6 goals, so I've just cashed out on that one because I know that it's done. I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to see that one out. But yes, Clips HQ, I am doing United and Brentford at the weekend. Looking forward to that one. I've just checked and only had 8 Italians ever. Liverpool have only had 8 Italians ever. I think I've got them all in, haven't I? Let me do a test. Right, we've definitely got... Right, so we had Chiesa, Dossena, Aquilani, Barini, Balotelli. It'll probably count Paletta, but I don't think he was. And it'll definitely count Padelli. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Italians. 8. Who's the 8th? Who's the 8th? Chiesa never scored v us. Oh, yeah, Leone. Bloody hell, Leone. Christ. What an absolute divvy. Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, I never said Chiesa scored against, I assume, United. I've never said Chiesa scored against United. I was on about Dossena. Pup, Red Star 0, Celtic 0. 1-1 Huddersfield. Wow, Huddersfield have got back in it against City. Oh, come on. Come on, the Terriers. Callum Key, the clock. What about the clock? The clock's fine. What are you talking about? The Lusk lad, I mean apps for scores, like flash scores, live score, etc. I kind of mix between a few of them. Why? What is there a particular one that you use or you prefer over others? Or Callum, I'm hoping Huddersfield or Vale come back. It'd be good if City got knocked out, wouldn't it? But I can't see it. Fell for it. You can't say fell for it. If someone says it's 1-1 in the chat, it's hardly a fell for it. That's just someone in the chat being a bellend. Stop putting fake scores in the chat. Fell for it. Port Vale 0, Arsenal 1, Tottenham 2, Doncaster 0, Newcastle 2, Bradford 0, and City are winning 1-0 against Huddersfield. They've not equalised. Comment deleted. He's so gullible. I'm not gullible. I'm not gullible. If someone says this has happened, then, you know, you would just naturally assume that you take people at face value, that they're not a bellend. Divvies. Gullible. Gullible is when you actually try to convince someone that something's happened. Like them numpties the other night when we were watching the Ballon d'Or ceremony and people kept chiming in going, what time's the award given? And I went, it's happening at precisely 9:37 p.m. And people literally stuck around till 9:37 p.m. That is gullible. Gullible isn't you saying Huddersfield have equalised and me going, oh, have they? Oh, that's a bit shit for City. That's just you being a bellwith, Callum. Edward, Key, do you think Isak will get a full 90 against Palace? I'm expecting him to start and Gakpo will go up top. Yeah, I imagine he probably will get a full 90. Maybe Dan's might come on. Dan's played quite well when he came on last night, so I imagine, to be honest, it will be Dan's that deputises through the middle. He's kind of our third choice centre forward, isn't he now? So I would imagine, yeah, it's maybe Dan's. Gakpo won't go through the middle. Well, in my opinion, I don't think Gakpo goes through the middle. Slot likes Gakpo wide. He doesn't really play him through the middle. And to be fair, that is where Gakpo's played all his best stuff. It's been out wide. We don't really get an awful lot out of him when he plays through the middle. Nick Nat, trouble is if they do score, nobody will believe it now. I know, you reckon me credibility. Liam Manning, Chiesa up top. Do you know what? It could be Chiesa, actually. Yeah, Chiesa's probably a better shout. Club Bruce 3, Westerlo 4. Oh, I'm so glad I cashed that one out. So glad I cashed that out. Thank God. Yeah, maybe Chiesa does actually go up top. He did play kind of a centre-forward role a little bit last night. Right, Nottingham Forest. Can they get the win here, though? That's the question. That's the big question. I might do a little cheeky in-play number, maybe. See if we can do a little double chance or something. Because I fancy... I'm not going to double up on Roma or draw, but I might do. What's a good shout for... It's a really good shout for half times, double chance. Or should we do match goals? Do you know what? I'm going to do some overs. I'm going to do some overs in there. We'll back. Freiburg and Bâle. Another goal in the Freiburg game, do we think? Do you know what? No, I'm going unders. I'm going to do some unders. We'll do under 3.5 in the Freiburg v Bâle game. Under 2.5 in the Celtic game. Do we think? Edward, do you still have a good relationship with Match Bingo? Yeah, of course. Why'd you ask? Colby, Oblivion. What about Oblivion? Probably the least favoured ride at Alton Towers. Liam Manning, haven't you learned from your mistake the other day? Bruce losing. I know I've dropped him out now. I've cashed out anyway, so I'm now looking at half time under 3.5s maybe. I totally agree with that statement about Callum Key. Yeah, Shell. Just asking, as I thought you were still sponsored by them. No, not been sponsored for about a month or two. I think it was about 3 months we were sponsored. Yeah, about 3 months or so. But they're sponsoring pretty much everyone at the minute. But yeah, still got a really good relationship with them. Right, come on. What game am I back in here? Second half. Give me some inspiration. In plays. Dynamo Zagreb, Fenerbahce. Definitely goals in that one. Yeah, there's 100% more goals in the Zagreb game. So I'll back goals in that one. Malmo and Ludogorets. I'm backing goals in that one actually as well. That one feels like a certainty. Nice-Roma. Nice-Roma. Do we think there's a goal in the Nice-Roma game? So it doesn't even make any difference. I'm swerving that. I'm not even bothering with that. We'll give it a miss. Ollie, you staying on live for the cup draw or are you just going off? I'm staying on live for it. Nick Knack, I'm donating $4.99 a month just for Key to spunker up the wall on Betfred. You are not, actually. You are not. What you are doing is contributing to making a young family very, very happy, Nick Knack, believe it or not. I am also, by the way, using, in fact, the very, very little shrapnel that I have to... I've got something which I was hoping to launch tonight, but I'm not able to launch it tonight. But I'm doing half-time phone-ins. Half-time phone-ins, right? But in order to do it, I need to subscribe to this pro thing, which is like $14.99 a month. Apparently, I can do, if I ask you to download a specific thing on your phone, then you can do it, right? If I ask you to download an app, you can dial in, right? It won't cost you anything. But that's like a pain in the arse and no one will do it. So in order for me to get you to just be able to call in whenever you want, well, whenever I'm live, obviously, I need to be able to get you a VoIP phone number that you can just ring, and then you'll be on the show. You'll be on here now talking to me. You don't need to show your face, but I want to do that, and that's like £14 a month for that. So I'm spending it on that. I'm just kidding. I know you are, mate. I know, but I'm just letting you know. I'm trying to innovate. I'm trying to do cool stuff that makes it a little bit better. And I'm also dealing with the fact that YouTube have literally plummeted everyone's views across YouTube. So I've had a major crisis on this channel over the last like month, because believe it or not, we were averaging about 2,500 people watching us per stream, and I'm not even kidding, we're getting about 300 now. It's literally fallen off a cliff. All the same regulars are here, which is great. All you guys are still here, which is absolutely brilliant. If anything, TikTok has gone through the roof. I've had TikTok live, I've had like 2,000 people watching us on TikTok. But oddly, on YouTube, I don't know why it is, but it's literally gone absolutely fallen off a cliff. And yeah, I don't know, well, we do know why, but everyone's struggling with it. It's not me, it's not anything I'm doing, but it's just, yeah. I've had a major crisis of confidence in the last like month. I've been like, why is this happening? What am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? I need to change things. And then it was a bit of a relief when I realised that actually it's just YouTube being divvies. Liam Manning, that Port Vale top is a throwback. I like it. Well, Rodrigo Riquelme's on for Abdi Ezalzouli. That's one change. Bakwa has come on for Forest as well. Mark Rocker on for Altamira. And Delane Bakwa on for Douglas Luiz. So Forest have dropped Gibbs White back into the middle. Douglas Luiz, I can only assume that's an injury, because that doesn't seem like the sort of substitution that Ange Postecoglou would make. Correct me if I am wrong. Right. And we're off for the second half here in Spain. Ollie, what's your opinion on the Ekatike Red? The Ekatike Red, to be honest, mate, I just thought it was a pretty ridiculous decision from Ekatike. I can't really complain. Like, we know what the rules are. We can all grumble about the rules being ridiculous, and that's fine. Of course, the rules are stupid. But we can't sit here and say, oh, well, the rules are stupid, but he knew them. He knew the rules. And he broke them. Stupid. Knick-knack, if the regulars stick around, you must be doing something right at least. Well, the regulars are sticking around, which is nice. And we're getting some new people coming in every so often, which is nice. But YouTube has made a decision on the 12th of August, which has changed how videos are pushed out. It's messed with the algorithm. And if you search this up, you'll see it yourself. Every content creator is talking about it at the minute. YouTube has literally tanked everyone's views by like 50, if not 50% more than that. I reckon mine's gone down by like 8 or 9 times the average. I was clearing every single live stream we was doing was at least a bare minimum of like 1,000 to 2,000 views. Some we was getting like 7, 8, 9, 10,000, and I genuinely thought with the season starting, do you know what, we'll get more interest because there'll be more people with the season starting, it'll be better, and we'll get, you know, the channel will keep growing. And then all of a sudden, it just dropped from nowhere. And I've come to realise now that it's not anything I've been doing, it is just YouTube have made some stupid decision that everyone's suffering with. The Lusklad says, who would you want us to get in the next round of the Carabao Cup? P.S. The reaction to Ekatiki's red card was legendary. Thanks, mate. It was genuine. It was raw, if nothing else, but it was painful. Pup, what else are we going to watch? So, tomorrow I'm doing Villa against Bologna. Friday I'm doing Leicester. West Brom against Leicester, and then Saturday we've got United, Brentford, Liverpool, Palace, and back through the weekend stuff again. So I'm live every day. I'll still be live every day. Zagreb are 2-1 up. That's great news. I'm desperate for Fenerbahce to get something in that one. Shelley, are you leaving YouTube? No, I'm not leaving YouTube. I'm not leaving YouTube, Shell. I'm just frustrated by YouTube at the moment. YouTube is costing me money. I've invested a lot of time into it, and it's absolutely killing me at the minute. So I am plagued by doubt. Ollie, what game have you got the most views? The most views, I believe, we got nearly 10,000 on, I think it was Rangers. It was a Rangers game. We got nearly 10,000 views on it. And that was in like July. It was, honestly, everything was going. All the views were going month on month. All the subscribers, month on month. It was shooting right in the right direction. It was all brilliant. And then as soon as it hit the 12th of August, this decision YouTube have made, bang, everything fell off a cliff. So I'm hoping that it picks back up again. I'm hoping, because it's nothing that any content creator is doing. It's just some things that YouTube have changed. He's not leaving, he's just peeving. Yeah. I'm not leaving, I'm just whinging. I'm just having a whinge. And I hate whingers. It's not me. Shelley, you made me panic then. No, I'm not. Christ, I'm not going anywhere. Not just yet, anyway. Not just yet. I'm hoping I don't have to. I'm hoping I've invested a year of my life into this. It'd be a pain in the arse if I had to quit now. Nice 0, AS Roma 1. Pope, I'll be watching the famous Glasgow Rangers tomorrow and checking myself into the madhouse on Friday. Who've Rangers got tomorrow? I need Fenerbahce. Desperately need Fenerbahce to step up and get something. Shelley, that's a cop-out trait, whinging. Well, I can't help it then. It's baked in. Oh, Genk. Yeah, Genk. Oh, you should do alright against Genk. They're not playing so well. What score is the game you're watching? It's 1-2. Betis 1, Forest 2. Well, like, someone's subscribed. I don't know who it is on YouTube who's just subscribed, but thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Ben, I need a Feyenoord goal and BTTS in the Celtic game. I'm waiting on Fenerbahce. Everything to stay the same, but Fenerbahce or draw for 45 quid. I only put a pound on it, like, but everything else is up at the minute. Sub for Newcastle, Harvey Barnes off, Anthony Gordon. Betis have not started this second half very well, it has to be said. They're playing really, really poorly, aren't they? Nice 0, Roma 2. But listen, this is a big season, this, to be fair, for Betis. Because, I mean, they finished the runners-up in the Conference League last year, of course. Did really well, I thought, last season. And they managed to get Anthony back and held on to quite a few of the star players, which is the main thing. And they've even started the season all right. I mean, I think they've only lost once, haven't they? It was two draws, 3 wins, 1 loss so far. So, not a terrible start. Maybe not a great start to La Liga, but also not a terrible start. That handball, Forest have managed to get it away anyway. Just about. Oh my God, that's perfect play. That's a foul, referee. But yeah, Pellegrini has typically done well in European competitions, typically done well at Betis, to be honest. Fade, Zakulak, how's Betis doing, bro? They're growing into the game, I would say. They've not started particularly well. They're losing 2-1 at the moment. The second half, I wouldn't say they've come out the traps, but they've managed to get into Forest's penalty area a couple of times in the last couple of minutes. They've not really done anything with it, but they've managed to get in. I'm gutted I'm missing the game. Well, yeah, it's been a really good performance from Forest as an away team. I think they've done really well. Betis need to start showing a bit more going forward, though. I thought we'd see more from Anthony. I really did. I thought we'd see the Anthony redemption arc. You know, we've been witnessing that, really, at Betis. It's been a big thing for him coming after the United transfer, which didn't quite work out. And I thought we'd see a little bit more of that tonight. Feels like he's got... Whenever he knows that the English eyes are watching and, you know, he's got a point to prove, I would have hoped that he would have stepped up. Atletico Madrid 1, Vallecano 1. Chavaria has equalised for Vallecano in the Wanda Metropolitano. But yeah, 6 draws. 6 draws in their last 10 games, Betis. So heaven knows what that means for tonight's game. Maybe we're unlikely to see an outright winner. But Pellegrini's been talking a lot about fixture congestion. Oh, big chance for Forest there. Yeah, Pellegrini's been talking a lot about fixture congestion, whether or not Betis actually have the squad to cope with the league and with European exploits, and maybe that's a little bit of a dig at the coach, at the board, to try and get him some more money to splurge on players. Celtic have scored away at Belgrade, and City are 2-0 up now against Huddersfield. Friday, Zakalak, Nottingham Forest haven't been playing well in the Prem though, have they? They've not been doing too well themselves, no. Probably about as well as Betis have, if we're dead honest. I think the thing for Forest that will give Forest fans confidence is the fact that they've got Ange Postecoglou. They've now got a manager who has that real sort of European pedigree, who has won this competition now. That's a big thing. That really does matter. It's 3-0 to Newcastle. Newcastle 3, Bradford 0. Joe Linton. Joe Linton finding his goal-scoring touch. Jackson Leo, you Reds, up the Reds. I am here. It is so good. Good to see you, Jackson. And Shelley, hit the likes for Key, please, to help with his whining. Ta very much. Thanks, Shell. Pup, think I'll need something more stronger than luck. Maybe Buckfast. Aye, get yourself some Bucky. Get yourself some Bucky. Why not? Fadi Zakalak, I'm a Betis fan, though, because of my family. I like Betis a lot. Yeah, big Betis fan. I've got a Betis shirt here, but I don't want to show it on camera in case obviously we've got a lot of Forest fans as well, and I like Forest. I am supporting Forest tonight, but I love Seville. Thank you for Simicast. 2 games, 2 assists. Simicast is unreal. What a player. FM No Casuals. I think Atletico Madrid need a new boss. It feels a little bit stale with Simeone, doesn't it? Sometimes it just feels kind of like you need a new voice in the changing room, the dressing room. Liam, thank you for the gift. Yeah, it feels like you need a new voice in the dressing room. Doesn't matter whether or not he's a good manager. We know Simeone is a good manager, but they've had the same noise, the same opinions. It just feels like stale, and you need to change it up a little bit. Kind of how I feel on this channel, to be honest. We've only been going 9 months, but I'm trying to change the voice, trying to get some more people on. So we'll be mixing it up in the next couple of weeks with getting you guys involved. Ben, I've got Atleti in my acca. I told you, stay away from him. Or do as I do and do Atleti or draw. Make sure you don't do any team outright, for God's sake. Under the Floodlights says the delivery into the box from Simicast is so good. Mate, he's learned from the best. He's been playing with Robertson and Trent for the last few years. Simicast was always a really good defender going forward. He could defend too. He just was never as good as Andy Robertson. That isn't me, by the way, if you keep hearing that noise. Club Bruges 5, Westerlo 4. Yeah, that isn't me. That's the table. See, when I lean on it. I'm sure people think I'm trumping pumping on the live. I promise you I'm not. It is literally just... FM No Casual says he's a Waitrose Zinchenko. Simicast is not a Waitrose Zinchenko. Simicast is incredible. Won us a cup final as well, lest we forget. JC Stormtrooper says, come on you R. C-O-I-R. What's C-O-Y-R? Come on you Reds. Is that a Liverpool? That's Liverpool fans don't say come on you Reds. Not really. C-O-Y-R. 3-1, Newcastle 3, Bradford 1. Come on, you Reds, is it Forest? JC Stormtrooper. Liam, I reckon if you change them tops back, then maybe get more people in. Do you reckon? Should we do a test? Should we do a test? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll change them for tomorrow night's game. We've got Aston Villa against Bologna tomorrow. I'll change all them. All them kits, I'll change them round. Let's do it. I'll put a whole new set of kits, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Reece, Port Vale fans telling Darman he's got school in the morning. He probably has, hasn't he? Knick-knack, change him to what? Well, I don't know, change him to just other kits. I think the point being, I thought if I put Liverpool kits behind me, I've had feedback recently from a few different people that the reason I started the channel was to try and get sort of a nuanced, balanced football channel that isn't so partisan, isn't all one team. Like, I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm honest about that, but we can have a conversation, we can watch Betis and Forest. There's not many football channels will sit, I don't know how many games, I'll have a look, we'll do a test, but I don't know how many actual watch-alongs are being done for Betis and Forest. I imagine there's not that many. Forest fans. Well, there's only 3 I can see. 3 or 4. Right, well, either way, the point being, most of them are like Forest fans, basically. And my idea was I wanted to be a generic football fan sort of thing. But that doesn't get views. So I was advised, make it clear, make your sort of profile a little bit more of a Liverpool fan. Alright, fine, we'll give that a whirl, why not? Give it a change. So I changed everything to the Liverpool kits behind me. So I've got loads of other kits. We know I've got loads of other kits. What are we saying? FM No Casuals, how was a Greb beating Fenerbahce? Mate, I desperately need that to change. Desperately need it to change. Edward, what they meant by that is put in bio Liverpool fan as well. No, they meant the profile. They meant actually like my sort of brand. Yeah, my brand. Nick Knack, look forward to seeing what other strips you've got in the locker. Do you want me to show you? I'll do it now. I'll show you. I'll show you my little. Well, I can't show you all of them, but I've got a big bag next to me. We could go through a few of them. FM No Casuals, ex-Forest player in the Dynamo defence too. Who's the ex-Forest player? Who is it? Surprise you. Alright, I'll surprise you. Why not? Yeah. We'll do some different strips. Scott McKenna. Scott McKenna's at Dynamo Zagreb. Jesus Christ, how's that happened? He was at Aberdeen for a long time, wasn't he? Here's Forest coming forward. Big chance here. Huge chance. Must be. Oh, claim for the penalty. You're not going to get it. Shocking that from Forest. Club Bruges 5. Westerlo 5. Today's a 2-0. No, it's 2-1. And Red Star 1. Celtic 1 as well. Arnautovic has scored for Red Star. That's not Marko Arnautovic, is it? Surely that's not Marko Arnautovic. It is as well. Marko Arnautovic, 36 years of age, and has just scored in the Europa League for Red Star against Celtic. Celtic or Rangers? It's Celtic. It's 1-1. Celtic 1. Red Star Belgrade 1. Pop and there's some afters. Fight, fight, fight. How's that finished 5-all? Club Brugge 5, Westerlo 5. I am never, ever... Ridiculous. Why on earth would you back the Belgian league? My own stupid fault, that. Shelley, bloody hell, thought he'd finished. I thought that too, yeah. I mean, the last I heard of Arnautovic, he was in Milan, wasn't he? Ben, so remaining for my Aka, I need Atleti to win and Feyenoord to win. I am just waiting on a Fenerbahce equaliser in Zagreb, that's it. Fenerbahce equaliser in Zagreb, and I'm back on it. Liam Manning says one of Heskey's sons has come on for Celtic. Nice. Good luck to him. I liked Emil Heskey. It's not bad, that, Ben. Done well there, mate, yeah. Little cheeky 15-1. Who else did you have on it? Is that the one you sent me before? Betis down the right-hand side here. Cleared away by Forest. Got to hang on. Another factor that might be at play here, by the way, is that Betis, when they have gone a goal down, mentally they haven't dealt with it particularly well. The track record when going behind in matches under Pellegrini is not historically been great. Now, I don't want to give that... That's not the kiss of death for Forest, I'm hoping. But Forest, given that they were 2-1 up, admittedly, they weren't behind, but now that they're in front, you would fully expect Forest to go and finish this game off, or at the very least, keep hold of the win. Betis don't have a great record in situations like this. FM No Casuals, Atletico are going to be banned if they don't win, and Liam Manning, his other son, has just come on as well for City, and Phillips is on. Calvin Phillips. It's a shame what's happened to him. Betis on the far side here, stood up, headed to the edge of the box. Can't really get out here, Forest. This is where Betis are going to hurt them. Header. Oh, good save from Matt Sells. Pup, both the Heskey boys are on now. Liam says the forgotten man was one of England's best players in the home Euros. It's a shame what happened to him. Yeah, he's certainly got talent, hasn't he, Calvin Phillips? I remember the story he told about, was it Bielsa? He literally ended up phoning Bielsa, didn't he? Phoned him up and he was like, I'm having this major, like, crisis where I'm doubting myself. I don't think I'm good enough to play at this level and really struggling. Graham said Heskey scored against Slovan Liberec. He did indeed, yeah. Scored the winner against Slovan Liberec. Oh, Betis are in here down the right-hand side. Chance. Keeper saves it. Nice and easy, that one. 20 minutes to go. Do we see another goal in this one? It's a VAR check in the Roma game. Might be 3-0 up, this one. Do Fenerbahce look at all like they are going to turn this around? Because otherwise, I might be swerving it. Second half. Oh, they're getting battered, aren't they? They're getting absolutely battered, Fenerbahce. Do I dare cash it? Long VAR check in the Roma game. Could be 2-0. And it's a corner to Forest here. Corner to Forest. Morato coming forward. Can Forest kill the game off here? Too easy, that's shocking. I hate that. Honestly, how many times, if you keep putting the ball near post on corners, that is an immediate, for me, fine. 2 weeks' wages. As an absolute bare minimum, you should be able to beat the first man on a corner. Nice have got a penalty against Roma, so that one looks less certain now. Brilliant. Nice penalty, and it is 2-1. Roma not looking as confident now. Nice 1, Roma 2. Gyökeres should have scored, but it's Gyökeres. I just desperately need Fenerbahce here. It was Terem Moffi with the goal for Nice. Once heavily linked to Everton, Terem Moffi. Nick Nat cashing out is for wimps, and Pup says Red Star keeper just scudded in the face with the ball. Shelley hates short corners, they wreck me head. It's not even necessarily short corners. I understand what you mean. I agree with you, but I don't understand how you can aim. You can take a corner. If you're a professional footballer, how you can take a corner and fail to beat the man on the near post is shocking. Ben Braga 1 up. There goes the bet. I hate this game. I love this game. Good cash out is wise, to be fair. Yeah, a good. I don't mind if it's a healthy cash out. Like I cashed out before for a profit before Club Bruges threw it away against Westerlo. Braga are awful domestically. Yeah, they've struggled, haven't they? But all of a sudden, they've looked brilliant against Feyenoord tonight. Feyenoord haven't been great recently, though, either, have they? They've looked a little bit all over the place. Although they have signed my favourite player in the Eredivisie from last year, Semstein. It might be a cash out. I think it might be a healthy cash out, this one, because I'm not trusting Fenerbahce. Tottenham 3, Doncaster 0. I'm going to live to fight another day with I'm with the games going on. Here's Betis. Strike! Oh, just wide. It's going to take a deflection, has it? No, how's he not give that, ref? Come on. Shocking. It's going to be a goal kick. FM no casuals, I am too. Don't trust Atletico. Yeah, live to fight another day. It's honestly not worth it. I'm not resting everything on Fenerbahce coming back. Definitely not resting anything on those. It's just not worth it. Malmo 1, Ludogorets 2. Imagine if Fred scores now. Is Fred playing? Don't say things like that. Newcastle 4-1's finished. Okay, Zinchenko's having to go off here. Don't think he was too happy about that though, was he? Was not happy about that. Betis, chance, must be. Oh, Nathan again. Really should have stuck that away. It's had an absolute shocker there. Full-time Newcastle Spurs are through as well. Mark Chiesa honestly played his heart out. And Mark, I'm devastated about Leone, but happy for Chiesa. I'm more annoyed that Ekitike made that goal all about him. And I love Ekitike, but that was a little bit too close to the mark in terms of arrogance for me. Crossed the line a little bit there, I thought. Port Vale 0, Arsenal 2, Trossard. Come on. Come on, Port Vale, there's still time. There's still time. Right, well, Matt Sells is now getting told off for time wasting. Probably not all that surprising, to be honest. Sam, where's the draw? The draw is, I believe, after the Arsenal game. Forest are hanging on a little bit here now as we get towards the end of this one. Just struggling. Right, it's going to be a corner here for Betis. It's about 10:20 on Sky Sports after Arsenal. Yeah, it's going to be a big draw, that one, because we've seen City have gone through, Chelsea have gone through, Arsenal have gone through, Liverpool have gone through. We're getting down to the latter. Tottenham have gone through, Newcastle have gone through. Feels like we're now getting to the nitty gritty stages where there is going to be a big draw now. You're going to get a big all Premier League draw in this next round. Dylan, never bring up Club Bruges again, hate them. And Ben, Fire are top of the league. 5 wins and 1 draw. Wouldn't say they're all over the place. I mean, in terms of performance, they've started to look a little bit all over the place. Chance for Betis must be. It's 2-2. Oh, no, it's Anthony as well. Anthony equalises. Oh, no. Anthony, fidget spinner, has equalised against Forest, and there's still time for a winner here. This one's going to be going to the depth. To the death, rather, not the depth. It's going to be going to the death. Betis 2, Forest 2. Big goal, that one. There's nothing wrong with it as well. Forest just can't clear the lines. It's a lovely little ball in. And Anthony, far post. Great finish. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. 2-2. And time for a winner. Still time for a winner in this one. Reese, I've been impressed with Wanyeri today. So you should. Good player. I really like Ethan Wanyeri. I don't know why he doesn't get more game time, to be honest. I actually don't know why you sold Madueke. Why you bought Madueke. I honestly think Wanyeri should have got more game time off that right-hand side. Big Sin, Trossard's so annoying. Literally saving Arteta's job every game. Vamos, says Gios, 2-2. Oh, Anthony's having a right little whinge at someone there. Oh, look at him. He's getting all uppity, isn't he? Liam Manning, to be fair, more Arteta is at Arsenal, the less likely they will win stuff. It's true enough. I'm quite happy him staying, to be honest. I think for Arsenal's own sanity, at some point he probably does have to go. Like, his argument the other day that Arsenal are the most attacking side in the league, and yet every single person can tell you that they're not. It's this mental block. He doesn't like the idea that he's called this, like, Tony Pulis, this defensive manager. He hates it, doesn't he? Absolutely hates it. But they're just not a good side to watch. Nobody likes... Arsenal are really boring to watch. Really, really boring. And that's fine, because they're mostly successful. They're very, very good at winning games of football. Like, that's a fact. They're very, very good at it. But they are boring. And he just doesn't... He doesn't like the fact that people without an axe to grind, the average man in the street, doesn't believe that Arsenal are a good side to watch. Or that you couldn't categorise Arsenal, you couldn't characterise Arsenal as an attacking side, could you? You just couldn't. They're not that team. Isaac, are you watching the draw on live, Kate? I am indeed, mate, yeah. And Liam, who will go to Arsenal, though? Wenger would win something with this team. Wenger would have definitely won something with this team, for sure. Ryan, Arteta always sets up to not lose instead of trying to win. Liverpool will risk conceding to score. Exactly, yeah. Betis chasing a long clearance now. Forest have got a little bit of a chance here at the far end. The first time we've really seen them get into Betis' half in the second half, in the latter stages. Pellegrini looking very animated on the touchline. We've got, what, is it 3 or 5 minutes is that at the end? We've got 5 minutes. Dynamo Zagreb have gone 3-1 up. I knew they would get something there. Knew it. There you go. So glad. So glad I cashed that one out. Right, we've got 3 minutes of injury time here at the end. Nick Nack, I get it will take time, but is Ange Ball still even Ange's thing? And why do you think 1-0 to the Arsenal is even a football chant? They couldn't wait to see the back of Wenger. Wenger, I just felt he was almost he was punished by his own success a little bit. And you might say the same with Arteta, because if Arteta does leave Arsenal, it's going to be difficult for him to find a manager that can take them on as well as he has. He has definitely, undoubtedly progressed Arsenal. But I think it's also fair to say he's taken them maybe as far as he can. Maybe it's fair to say that Arteta's reached the ceiling of what he can achieve with this Arsenal side, and maybe they need someone that will take some risks and try and push Arsenal on. And the result of that might be that Arsenal still win nothing. But they will try to do so. And I think that's got to be something that Arsenal fans will aspire to, or I would hope to anyway, because they're never, ever, ever going to finish higher than second or third with this guy. I don't believe it. They're not going to win the things that they should with the team that they've got. Liam, haven't they only won like 2 FA Cups under Arteta? I think it's only 1. Yeah, they won 1 FA Cup, didn't they, in 2019? That's it. That's all he's won. Shelley, good night. See you all tomorrow. Thanks, Key. No worries, Shelley. Take it easy. We'll see you tomorrow. There's only 30 seconds left in this one, to be honest, Shell, and then it's the cup draw, so I'll be on for another half an hour or so we'll be talking about that. Liam, haven't they only won like 2 FA Cups under Arteta? Yeah. I don't know why I've just read that out again, because they haven't. They haven't. Dynamo Zagreb 3, Fenerbahce 1. No, it's still only 1 FA Cup. There hasn't been some change in the last few minutes, I promise you. It is still only 1 FA Cup. Yeah, if I go to Arteta honours, he got a Community Shield in 2020, a Community Shield in 2023, and the FA Cup in 2019-20. Cheers, Keith. Tired, mate. No worries, man. I'm tired as well. Can't really be arsed with the cup draw, to be honest, but I do want to see who we've actually got. Yeah, an away draw's not bad at all. In Europe, Forest back in Europe. I think an away point at Betis is not to be grumbled at. Right, well, do you know what I'm going to do? Oh! Yellow card for Cucho Hernandez. And that is full time. Is it? That is full time, yeah. Full time here at the Cartuja in Spain, in Seville. Betis 2, Forest 2. Well, when do Man City play next? You seem to have mistaken me for Google, Danny. Man City play Burnley this Saturday at 3 o'clock, mate. Liam, throw 3 trophies, but they won't count the Charity Shield, though. That don't count, right? No, the Charity Shield doesn't count. Can't count that as a major trophy, even though you've got to win a league or an FA Cup. Well, that's not true, actually. They won the Charity Shield after finishing second to City the year City won the FA Cup and the Premier League, so that was the only reason they were in it. Right. So, the League Cup draw is on in just a few moments. So what I am going to do is I am going to end the live and I'm going to restart it up with a different thumbnail and see if we attract a different audience anyway. So if people want to come back on, then they can do. If you don't and you want to leave and you want to see me tomorrow or whatever, then I'll be live tomorrow for Aston Villa against Bologna. So I'll be live for that. But I am going to be live again in literally a couple of minutes' time. I am just ending this stream and restarting another one for the League Cup draw. So if you want to join me for that, get over to YouTube or stay on TikTok. I'll be on TikTok. Make sure you follow me. I'll be live again in about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. And the draw's coming up at about 20 past, 10:30. So stick around and I'll see you in a bit. Take it easy. Have a nice night.